After today's recipe, you'll see cassava in a whole new light. This dish is so delicious, I'm confident you'll be enchanted with the outcome. Let's get started with today's recipe. You will need 1 kilogram of well-washed peeled cassava. Begin by cutting it in half, and then, as I'm showing you now, remove the central root. Repeat this procedure with all the cassava. I'd love to know which country or city you're watching us from, so I can send a special shout out in the next recipe. Once the cassava is all cut up, place it in a pot. Add a teaspoon of salt and then add enough water to cover all the cassava. Give it a little stir to integrate the salt well with the cassava. Cover and let it boil for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's well cooked. Meanwhile, you'll need 200 grams of queso mula, or any cheese of your preference. Now, grate it using the coarse side of the grater. Your opinion is very important to me, so I invite you to prepare this delicious recipe at home and tell me how it went. Once you've grated the cheese, set it aside for a moment. You'll also need to grate 150 grams of ham, again using the coarse side of the grater. If this is the first time you're watching one of my recipes, let me know what you think of today's recipe on a scale of 1 to 10. Once done, set the ham aside as well. By this time, your cassava will be ready. Remove it from the stove and drain off the excess water. Place the cooked cassava in a large bowl, and using a potato masher or a fork, start mashing and crushing it as you can see here. It's my honor to thank Daniel Zarate from Mexico, Rosa Elena from Colombia, Luz America from the United States, Jacinta Franco from Uruguay, Carmen Herrera from Colombia, Jenny Palma from Barranquilla, Vanessa Duran from El Salvador, and Maria Luisa Chavez from Mexico. A big hug and a special greeting to all of you. Thank you for always preferring Maciel's recipes. Once the cassava is ready, add a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 1 tablespoon of butter. Now, with clean hands or gloves, integrate all the ingredients until you have a homogeneous mixture. At this point, reserve for a few seconds, and on a chopping board, place some cling film. Then place a portion of the cassava mixture on it. With the help of a plate or rolling pin, flatten the mixture as I'm doing now. Place the grated queso mula and ham on top. Now, close it as I'm showing you, and do the same with the remaining mixture. Once ready, take them to a skillet with hot oil at a medium temperature. Fry for about 5 to 6 minutes on medium heat or until golden brown on both sides. You can skip the oil and use an air fryer. I'm sure it will turn out incredibly delicious. Once ready and golden brown, our stuffed cassava will be ready to enjoy. Let me know if you've already prepared this delicious and incredible recipe at home, or if it's the first time you're seeing it. See how quick it was to prepare this delicious recipe? I invite you to try it at home. I'm sure you'll be amazed by the result. You can serve it with your favorite sauce and a delicious drink of your choice. Enjoy your meal. See you in the next recipe.